Today I'd like to do a 4-card reading. Welcome to my channel. My name is Susan Brown. If you don't know me, I'm an artist, author, yoga teacher, and creator of the Dakini Deck. And I'm gonna do a 4-card reading today. I want to ask, what would be helpful in this time of collective trauma that we're all experiencing? I mean, it's the whole world is affected, and we know that. So I'm going to shuffle the cards, and I'm just asking what would be helpful in this time of collective, individual, town, county, country, world trauma that we're facing. I have 30 cards based on 30 of my oil paintings. And the deck will be available soon. Things are held up at the printer because it's non-essential. Only essential printing is able to happen at this point. Okay. So I'm going to pick 4 cards. The first card is the issue pertaining to my question. One. Second card is the challenge, often what seems like the right path but really isn't. The path that will be helpful now, this time of collective trauma, and where that path will lead. Okay. Okay, so the first card I picked is Thunderbolt. Sky cracks open. It's the trauma. Sky is cracked open. The challenge is purity. Form seeks light. Interesting. The path is desire. One thrust. And where that path leads is communication. Words become 4 elements. Okay, just quick looking at these 4 cards. So the issue, the present, it's the sky's cracked open, it's Thunderbolt, it's trauma, it's people are dying, where businesses are struggling, perhaps even folding. The government is in over its head, that's all I'm going to say for the most part. And it's trying, it's the cause of our trauma. So the Thunderbolt, Okay, what seems like the path but isn't the path is purity. Form seeks light. So I would say it's a time to really be careful about judgments, imagining that what we think or feel is the only right answer. It's the only light. I think more reflection is called for right now. And the path is desire. So desire, how is desire different from, this purity of seeking the light without perhaps taking the dark into consideration? I think desire is maybe a more full-bodied expression of what would we like to see happen. What would be our best path forward in this time of trauma, which I don't think in the moment involves a lot of doing. I think desire is an imagining. I think it's often born out of wanting something either better or wonderful. And certainly in this time of trauma, there's a lot we're desiring that isn't available right now, whether it's on a personal level or in our towns, cities, government, or the world. So what desire is arising? I mean, that's really the path, I think, to live into our imaginations and our hopes for a kinder, perhaps gentler reality, which is not happening in this moment, okay? So it's involving imagination. And where that path leads of envisioning and imagining, and that's a not knowing, right? I mean, so allowing that desire to bubble forth. What's, if we let ourselves, what is that? What would we desire in this moment beyond needing toilet paper, needing to get back to work, beyond needing to be with our friends and family and loved ones and missing them dearly, beyond needing to survive and live. Okay, so there's different levels of, you know, I'm not talking, I don't think this reading is talking about immediate. I think it's talking about what do we desire going forward, backward, in the moment, outside of time, imagination, lifting us out of this moment to bring us to a deeper moment, right? It's not running away from the present, but by our desires and our hopes, and that, you know, it says one thrust, so that single pointed prayer, that focused desire, using body, mind, soul, and spirit, all of it together collectively to shoot those desires, those prayers, those meditations into the collective for all of us, for ourselves, for all of us. And where that will lead is communications. And words become 4 elements. So 4 elements, I think of that also as body, mind, soul, spirit. So to really, I think our collective desires are looking through communication to become embodied. I'm going to read what I've written. I have some notes here about desire in particular, because that's our path right now. And it says genuine desire qualifies outcome. And the outcome is communication and a kind of embodiment, let's see, of bearing fruit. Okay, so our desires will bear fruit, but we have to visualize them first. We have to feel them, not from fear, but those desires are born out of our deepest strengths, our deepest imagination, right? It's creative. And those forms of desire bear fruit, right? And become the fruit. They become the fruit of next. So I'm going to read the question. As you know, every card that I have made has a question at the end. And so the question for desire, that genuine desire which qualifies the outcome. Here's the question. How does fulfillment whisper to you from the emerging future? How does fulfillment whisper to you from the emerging future? Thanks for watching, and please think about subscribing, liking, and commenting on this reading. I'd like to know what you think.